welcome to another drive-in double feature. I'm Ryan,
I'm Nathan.
and this is the podcast where we talk about two movies a week every Tuesday and Thursday. But before I get into anything at all, we have a Patreon over at patreon.com/drive-in double feature podcast. It's got some fun games, some fun conversations over there between two friends. They're just having a good old laugh over there for only $5 a month, which doesn't affect any regular content. But today we are talking about 2019's Serenity, directed by Stephen Knight. Uh, so I had heard of this movie a while ago,
hmm
and so one thing I already knew is I already knew the twist of the movie because the video I watched
Man.
about it was already like they spoiled me,
hmm
and I was like, okay, but I've seen more than one person mention Serenity and just like how what a bizarre movie it is,
hmm
and I saw that you rated this movie. You actually saw it twice in one year. You liked it
Yes.
so
Yeah.
much.
hmm
So I was like, well, now I gotta see it. So obviously you're already familiar with this movie.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I remember when this came out, like early 2019. I was just hearing a bunch of news about this movie because it came out. They kind of threw it out, but I was hearing things. I think I was just reading on Letterboxd, people just being like, "This movie's insane. What a weird movie. This movie's baffling." And I was just like, "Okay, I gotta see what's going on here." So I just remember one random night, me and my fiance, we were like, "Let's just go see this movie," and we saw it in the theater and had a great time. It was a blast. I mean, this movie is baffling. That's the best word to put on. It is insane. Don't know how it got this cast. Don't know how this movie was funded. $25 million movie, just insane. Laughed, had a great time. 3 months later, we showed our friend Chris. We were like, "You got to see this movie." And I've been wanting to rewatch it again because I just remember how much of a good time I had with it. So I was excited to get to watch it with you again.
To say I was surprised would be an understatement.
Yeah, you
I,
can tell people like, hey, this is a really bad movie, but it's insane. And people you take that with a grain of salt when you hear that usually. But rewatching this movie, I was like, yeah, this is insane. I cannot believe this movie exists.
so I mean, on paper, I mean, you're like, Anne Hathaway, Matthew McConaughey, they've already did a movie together. It's
hmm
Interstellar. It it doesn't seem like you could go wrong with this because it's like you got two big name actors, two Oscar winning actors in the
Yes.
lead roles.
They had won
So,
Oscars by this point. They are like actual Oscar winners in this movie, not future.
right. So you're like, okay, well, this has got to be pretty decent here. And like I said, I already knew the twist going into it, but the uh, the main plot of this movie is that Matthew McConaughey plays a fisherman named Baker Dill, and he uh, he is takes like a bunch of like drunken tourists out on to do deep sea fishing,
hmm
and he like they're just kind of really lazy about the whole thing. But every now and then when he's out fishing, there's like this big giant tuna fish that he is just obsessed with. Like it's been like his one calling in life to get get this tuna fish. And so much so they ruined like the whole deep sea fishing trip. Um, the tourists, the customers that he had on the boat were like, "Hey, like that's my fish. Like I paid to reel that fish in." And Matthew McConaughey pulls a knife on the guy and just like, "I will stab you if you take this fishing pole
Yeah.
away from me."
Matthew McConaughey is, oh my God, he is giving it his all in this movie. He is overacting on another level, like dead serious. Like that gif of him smoking and just looking like wild-eyed, that comes from this movie. He's just doing some insane stuff, all to catch that fish, which is like the big thing in this movie. Everybody in town, they're like, "Oh, you got to get that fish, Jesus, you got to get
Fish
that
face.
fish, that fish, Baker Dill." um and that's like his whole thing. And like you got to add like this movie shot really wildly too. It's a very weird looking movie. Performances are all over the place. And yeah, it's just it's all about that fish. But where the movie really kicks in, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say about the shooting styles, like there'll be scenes where like characters are just like walking
Hmm.
and they do like these weird like panorama like shots
Yeah,
where just like it's like and it just goes like whoosh,
yeah,
whoosh, whoosh, like in a 360 shot.
yeah. Anne Hathaway, and when she walks into the bar in the movie, it does that, and it's real. It's really bad. Um, yeah, and everybody in this movie is giving a horrible performance, especially Anne Hathaway. Just terrible performances. But it's like twist revealed. I guess we can reveal the twist. This whole game, or this whole movie, is a video game. It's a video game world that they exist in. Um, so it's like, were they bad at their performance because it was a video game? I don't think so, but because I think the
I
idea
don't
is
think
that
so.
they've gained their own consciousness in this video game. Because it makes it really weird because the game is programmed by Matthew McConaughey's son, right? And it's like a way for him to connect to his Iraq War dad. Um, and it just makes it really weird because Matthew McConaughey has multiple sex scenes. He's a male prostitute. He has sex with the son's mom. There's a scene where Anne Hathaway gets her butt checked by her husband, which is that scene is
Well,
so
yeah,
insane. Uh,
because Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway are exes. Like
yes,
they were
yes.
married at one point, and she divorced him to go be with Jason Clarke's character, who is also incredibly insane in this movie.
Oh man, dude, I love Jason Clarke in this movie. The most laughs I've gotten out of this movie was from him because he is over the top bad guy in this movie, beats Anne Hathaway. And like I said, there's this scene where she shows up early for this vacation and he's like, "All right, strip, I'm checking you." And just like this long
Yeah.
scene of him looking at her butt. I think he has a magnifying glass too, or he puts on his glasses at least to
What?
inspect it closer.
What is that about?
I don't know. That's what's so
Well,
funny about it. And just to think
because
that
he
okay.
finds a scratch. And he's like, "Oh, you got a scratch on you," and he's like, "Where'd you get that?" She's like, "I don't know, playing with a cat or something." And he's just like, "Oh, you're playing with a cat, huh?" And then he just takes his belt out.
Yeah, oh my God. And like it's just scenes like that are just so like odd in this movie when you think about the twist that this is all a video game programmed by a son. So like it means that her son, this child that you see, programmed this really like nasty stuff about his mom. This
It's so insane. I was like, what, like the implication of it, I was just like,
yes.
"Oh, what?"
And
Because,
then
like you said,
my mom
Matt.
and dad have sex.
So, like you said, Matthew McConaughey is like naked a lot in this movie.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
and so it's like he programs like his dead father, like being naked, and he screws
Hmm.
like this one Diane Lane
Yeah,
is in this
Diane
movie,
Lane.
and she's just like, "Oh, like don't forget to find my little kitty cat," like out and about, and uh, so he programs his dad to have sex. He programs his parents to have sex. He programs his mom to get like brutally beaten and
And
assaulted in some way.
yeah, and it's like a real video game too, because at one point it's revealed it's like, oh yeah, this is a game, and these are your favorite games. Catch the cat. And there's like a few other games, but it's like, but the most important game is catch the tuna. So that's why that's like the big thing for Matthew McConaughey to do is just to catch this tuna. Anytime you see cuts to the son playing a computer game, it's like this 3D fishing game, and it's so odd. But yeah, just like this whole idea, it's just a really dumb idea. It's just a really bad idea.
I'm just like, because the director of this movie, Stephen Knight, also wrote the screenplay to this movie,
Hmm.
and I'm just like who, like, did nobody approve this? Like, did nobody like read this and be like, this is a little weird. This is a little like, why would a child like be programming this stuff into a video game? And
Exactly. Like that's what's weird because I'm saying when we say like little child, it's like a kid. Like it's like a
he's
kid
like
that is doing it.
12 at that most.
Yeah, and like it's programming this really, really adult themes and stuff like that, and the whole idea of this big
With
drama
his
because it
parents.
yeah with his parents makes this Oscar baity drama in his video game. But I think the idea that they allude to is that the game characters, the AI in the game, are almost have their own consciousness. They exist in this world and live in this world. But the gaming world is like really like upset whenever Matthew McConaughey gets a new game, which is to kill her ex-wife's husband by pushing him off the boat. And so like everything's going wrong. The town doesn't know what's going on, and there's this character played by Jeremy Strong named The Rules, and he just really wants Matthew McConaughey to catch that fish. Even gives him a free fishing tool. It's just like so weird how that's set up. Where like he's like they set up like the mystery of Jeremy Strong like following after him and be like, oh, I'm 20 seconds late. It's like almost like the
Yeah,
White Rabbit in Alice in Wonderland.
he knows exactly Matthew McConaughey's schedule, and he
Yes.
knows where he's going to be. And then so much so he got tired of losing him that he waited outside in the pouring rain for
Hmm.
Matthew McConaughey to show up. And it was he didn't show. He's like, it's 2:30 in the morning. What are you doing out here? Type of thing. He's like, oh, I just figured I'd meet you out here. But well, that's the other thing too. Matthew McConaughey is constantly wet in this movie.
Yes, yeah, because he's either like swimming or like it's raining, or he's like sweaty, and yeah, he just looks gross in this movie.
Yeah, he's always
Yeah.
wet in each scene, and like his shirt is always like wet and clinging to his body. And
Hmm.
but yeah, Jeremy Strong shows up and is basically like, it's like we're gonna let you have it, free of charge. And he's like, well, what's the catch? It's like we really want you to catch that tuna. It's we've been we're really kind of hoping that you'll catch that tuna. And that's where it's kind of revealed like this is a game. Like, no, this is a game. Their game is go catch the tuna. Do not kill Jason Clark. Do not kill him.
Yeah. So like the
Because that's
world
how the
is.
movie which we didn't say that though. The movie
Oh,
does start normally because Anne Hathaway shows up and basically tells Matthew McConaughey, like, my husband's been really abusive. If you kill him for me, I'm going to give you $10 million.
yes. Yeah, and you're so and if you don't know that there's a twist or anything like that, you kind of just follow the movie. But it's not like normal. It's still very baffling, still very odd, still weirdly paced. There's like scenes of the son and him communicating through a computer screen, so you kind of know something weird's going on. I'd say the twist happens about like halfway through the movie. There's still like it's not a final end of the movie twist, and the
Yeah.
reveal is so funny. It makes me laugh every time. Where like he realizes that it's a video game world, and the biggest way he finds out is he pulls out a giant map, and all that exists on this giant map is just the island that he's on. And he's like, "Oh my god, it's a video game."
Yeah. It and there, he goes and like talks to all these other people in the town. He's just like he goes and talks to like the bar owner and just like, how long have I been fishing? He's just like, you've always been fishing. Like, what do you mean? Like no one ever gives him any clear answer.
Yeah.
And he goes to like the tackle shop or whatever.
Hmm.
And she's like, oh yeah, that guy, Jeremy Strong's character, he stopped by and he gave me some free fishing lures and hooks. Like, why don't you have some? Like you should really go catch that fish.
You should really go catch that. In the radio, they got the DJ the whole time. It's like, it's time to go get that fish.
The part that had me laughing the hardest though
Hmm.
was Diane Diane Lane's character Constance.
Hmm.
Randomly, all of a sudden, her son shows up. Like he's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
my mom, my mom said you could use a first mate. I'd love to." It's like you don't even have to pay me. I'll just go out there and help you.
Yeah, it's just like some goofy looking kid too. And
Yeah,
like
it's just
the
like some kid that has nothing to do with this movie.
just shows up and is like, I can help. And then he shows up on the boat and the big climax is like,
He
I'm
stowed away.
here.
He stows away. He's like, I just stowed away on your boat. Because you never really gave me an answer, so I figure I just sneak aboard and just help you out, type of thing.
And then they're like, "Oh, how do we do this? Because we can't kill him in front of the kid." Uh, which, like, this is a little off topic, but like, I was thinking about this while watching it. the 2010s was insane for Matthew McConaughey, right? And I need someone to like talk about this more because like remember the beginning of that decade was really strong for him because like he in 2009 he was in Ghost of Girlfriend's Past, which was like I feel like the end of his rom-com era, and then he was in The Lincoln Lawyer, Bernie, Mud, Magic Mike, Dallas Buyers Club, his Oscar-winning movie, Wolf of Wall Street, Interstellar, and then after that it was like this like plummet. He was like in Gold, The Dark Tower, White Boy Rick, and then Serenity. And like it was just like this dive down that just like I just can't believe it by the end of the decade. I don't know how he did it.
I mean, Matthew McConaughey was like, he was like considered like a joke for
Yes.
in the 2000s era where he was just
Hmm.
like, because like of course people know him the most probably from Dazed and Confused, which
Yes.
that's like his most popular character or most well known at least, and then after the 90s let up, he started doing some like acclaimed movies. I remember he did like Amistad
That's right. Yeah.
and and he did A Time to Kill. So these weren't
Hmm.
like uh bad movies. Like he was actually in some really good movies. But then like in the 2000s, like you said, he just did like a bunch of rom-coms that
Hmm.
were like awful, and then he did um some other really bad movies like Surfer Dude or
Hmm. Yeah.
so
Just like some real
just
like dumb stuff in the middle of like the
mhm.
2000s. And then he went
Yeah.
to doing only acclaim stuff. I think at one point, like even I was like, "Oh, this guy's a great actor." Like the early 2010s, I was like, "Oh wow, this he's
Oh yeah.
really good. He's doing great stuff."
Oh, absolutely. Like I think he was definitely one of the top tier at that
Hmm.
for that, like you said, for that like 5 year stretch,
Hmm.
he was doing some really good choices. But then, like you said, it just now you're just kind of like, huh.
Like what happened there?
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, he still ended up doing some stuff. Like, he did what's
Sing
that one show
2.
that everyone True Crime? Is it True Crime? What was it?
Oh, that's True Detective. True
True
Detective.
Detective. Yeah, everyone loved that show. So
Hmm. Yeah.
he had that was all he had a really good run. But yeah, it just seems like uh, this is just one of the like, how could somebody read this script
Yes.
and just be like, perfect, like this is for me?
I can't imagine. Like, because this is like three. I mean, not that Jeremy Strong at this point was like kind of like how he is now, but even him showing up into this, Anne Hathaway, which I mean, Anne Hathaway has had a weird career, but I couldn't even imagine her wanting to be in this. Matthew McConaughey. I just, there had to be some weird connections there to get this going. Because there's no way that this script read well. You get to that twist, and I'd be like, no, I already know this is a bad twist.
Even if it's like an elevator pitch, like where somebody's in, like, you have to get like that pitch in those
Uh-huh.
first 30 seconds. It's like, okay, imagine uh Matthew McConaughey and Hathaway, they're stuck in an elevator together, or they're stuck in a video game together, and you just immediately be like, no, like I
Yeah.
don't.
Get away from me. What the hell are you talking about? God, yeah, because like one of my favorite bits in this movie is uh at one point Jason Clark, before he's supposed to go on the boat trip, he gets his hand broken, so he can't go fishing. And he's got blood everywhere, blood on the floor. And Anne Hathaway tries her hardest to convince him to go on that fishing trip. And the rest of the movie, Jason Clark is like half awake, beaten up, and he's like there's like the scene where Anne Hathaway convinces him that his hand works by letting him choke her, and she's like, "Hey, Daddy, choke me." And it's like, "Look, your
But
hand works."
she said grip your fishing rod, and and and
And
he's and Jason Clark is like, he's like, it's broken, I
I,
can't.
I love that. He's like, "Baby, my hand, my hand's broken." It's
So
so funny.
it's so outrageous.
Yeah.
That Oh, we didn't even mention like Daijman Hansu is in this movie too as
Yes.
what's his name? He's
He's his first mate.
Duke. Duke.
Yeah,
He's
Duke.
Duke.
Yeah.
And there's that scene too, like at the very beginning, or Matthew McConaughey's like firing him. He's like, you know what? You've been bad luck ever since your wife died.
It's horrible. And yeah, he gets kicked off pretty immediately. But then he hears about all the money this guy's throwing around. Oh my God. Yeah, because Matthew McConaughey is just like mean to everybody. And he was like, I think like he says, like, oh, my son programmed me this way because this is all he knew. And he remembered the fishing trip. So that's why he made me a fisherman in this video game. Um, but yeah, half awake Jason Clark gets taken off the ship. And it's like he like can barely move. He's obviously hurt, and they're like, "Oh, you got this fish, don't you, buddy?" He's like, "Hell yeah!" And he barely has.
Just gets thrown into the ocean.
Yes, yeah. And like that's what's so weird is like the moral of this movie is really odd, right? Because like what it is they kill him to give courage to this little boy to murder his stepdad because his stepdad is
Yeah.
beating his wife, but he gets a knife and stabs him to death
They just go one day he's like upstairs programming and then he just runs downstairs and stabs his stepfather.
because his video game characters are like, yeah, get that courage. You can do it, buddy. Kill that man.
And at this point, Matthew McConaughey calls his son on the phone, it's like his actual son, like his real life son, the one he's
Uh-huh.
talking to him, because they go through like this big like epilogue where like the son went to he didn't end up I don't think he ended up serving jail time or anything because
Yeah, it was
they
self-defense or
they
protection.
yeah they said it was self-defense and all this stuff. And at the end of the movie, Matthew McConaughey's like talking to his son. He's like, "Dad, I miss you." He's like, "Well, like we got to be together." Like and so his son creates another video game where he puts himself in the video game. So it's like his son is in the video game now.
Yes, yeah. It's like I'm making a new game, and yeah, they get to meet each other in the video game world. Man, it is this movie. I love this movie. It's I don't know how this movie was even made. Like, has this cast, has this much money? Because, like, it's one of those movies that's just like we've done plenty of bad movies on here, right? Like, we've done movies that just stink, but this one is on another level of just like bizarre, awful at every corner. Because, like, some movies just have bad twists. This is a bad twist and more. It's a gift that keeps on giving. It is a very, very fun bad movie, in my opinion.
It just reminds like you just think like you said, we watched a lot of crap, and like a lot of those are just like nobody would expect some of these movies to be good beforehand,
Mhm.
or it'd be something like they went with this winning combination and it totally failed. And this is one of those instances, sort of like some of those really bad Stallone movies that we did or
That's right.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like, why, hey, you just put this person in this movie, it's gold. Who cares?
Hmm.
But I mean, some of those movies though, they're just like, straight up lazy. The actors are
Hmm.
like phoning it in.
Yes. Yeah.
This is the complete opposite. It's just like this is not a safe movie at all. This is a completely
No.
bizarre movie that you would just be like, why would anybody agree to this? And why would anybody put energy into this movie? Like, why would they? I mean, even if I was like held at ransom to be in this movie, like, I still wouldn't give it like my whole, give it
No.
my everything, like in the acting.
But you can tell like everybody is going for something with this weird script, overacting. It's not good, but it's just I just can't believe it. They must have like I don't know what these actors saw in this movie, but part of me is also kind of happy that they made this movie because I it made me laugh, and I'm sure you too. I sat alone and I was just laughing to myself watching this movie, having a great time.
I've mentioned this before, but this, I always watch these movies like in a group setting a lot of
Oh, nice.
times.
Yeah.
And this movie did not go over well at all.
Really? Oh my God. That's how this movie seems like so much fun to watch with a group.
Oh no, they did not have a good time at all watching it.
No. Oh man,
And
that's
I'm like, And I'm like, I was just like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. This movie is hilarious in
They
my mind.
didn't even think it was funny. Interesting, interesting. I mean, I get it. Maybe
Some
to some it's just like straight a stinker.
Somebody said, I'd rather look at the Deviant Art front page than watch this movie.
Oh my God. No, stop.
It's just I still, is it a terrible movie? Yes. It is not.
No, it's horrible. It's a horrible
I
movie.
I would not, if you don't like bad movies, stay far away from this one. But
Yes.
if you're one of those that love a good time, I'm one of those people that love watching bad movies because it is so entertaining, then this would get a really high recommendation for that.
Yes.
Because my God, you'll watch it and you can't believe what you're seeing.
You really, yeah, it still baffles me and surprises me to this day. I agree. I give this movie a high recommendation because I think it's a fun bad movie. It's one of those movies we've watched bad so bad it's good movies. I think this one is up there. But watch it with a group. I had fun by myself. Well, actually, I don't know if you should watch it with a group. That didn't sound like it. But anyway,
I,
if
I
you like bad movies, just watch
now
it.
I now, to be fair, I did not prep them in any sort of way and say like, "Hey, this is going to be really bad." I
Yeah.
just was like, "Okay, here we go."
That's kind of funny, actually. I actually really like that.
because I was like, I already knew going into this was going to be like a bad movie. I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
realize it was going to be that bad,
yeah,
but I so I think if you go in with the mindset of this is a bad movie, don't take this seriously at all, I think you'll have a good time with it.
I totally agree.
But that's going to do it. So, all right. But that's going to do it. So, Nathan, what are we going to talk about next time?
All right. Well, Ryan, we are going to be talking about The Good Son from 1993, and that one's going to be streaming over on Prime Video. But Ryan,
Oh, perfect.
but Ryan, what are we covering on Thursday?
Well, Nathan, I think we need to go back, get a little prehistoric fun, Nathan.
Okay. We're talking about
So,
the teenage caveman again?
no, but there are certain creatures that were in that movie in this one. So, Nathan, we are going to be talking about the movie Carnosaur, and that is streaming over on YouTube for free.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this one. All right, I'm excited.
But thank you so much for listening. If you have any thoughts and opinions, please email us over at driveanddoubleFeaturePodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/driveanddoubleFeaturePodcast, and check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/driveanddoubleFeaturePodcast. But until next time.
Until next time.